This is Level With Me. This is my show where I play through games and talk about what I think is going on with the level design and environment art and stuff. And today we are starting Naissance, or NaissanceE. It's not really clear how to pronounce it. Naissance is French for birth, so this is something to do with birth, I guess, and it's French. But Naissance is a UDK game from years and years ago, actually, and it's kind of a cult classic, I would say, among level designers and indies and walking sim aficionados. And already you can just tell, just from this menu screen, that the mood here is just really like interesting and eerie, and the monochromatic focus on shapes and light and shadow are also just really, really interesting. This is kind of contemporary with Portal as well, so this is kind of like taking a Portal aesthetic, but also injecting all these other influences in there that we'll try to unpack as we play. I've never actually played this before. I mean, I've done the thing where you like pretend to have played something, and I've seen screenshots and videos of it, but I've never actually played it. So this will be a good first opportunity to see what's going on here. I guess I'm just gonna go. Oh, I have to create a profile? No, I don't think I have to create a profile. I think I'm just gonna go click play. UDK is weird. Oh. Intro's, ooh, so cinematic. So this game kind of has this reputation of being a walking sim, but I've also heard that it's also surprisingly really difficult. It seems like it's a game that's, it's very much about like architecture and walking around in space and experiencing stuff, but it's also kind of grueling. It has a very difficult platforming section, and if I don't figure out how to activate the UDK cheats for this, I might just have to stop the playthrough when we get to the really difficult platforming parts. But until then, let's just enjoy all the nice scenery and stuff going on in this game. And yeah, as Tin Kelp is saying in the chat, this game recently went free on Steam, so you can actually just, if you like what you see, totally pick this up on Steam and try it out. Oh, Lucy is Lost. That's a chapter title. Well, I guess we know our name is Lucy. That's cool. Oh, cool. I like fell on these stone tablets and they shattered. Wow, this is super detailed. Wow. Nice. Tin Kelp says this came out in 2014. Yeah, I know this game mostly from a version before. It was just a mod called Jeu d'ombre, which is French for Game of Shadows. Excuse my French. So this has been in development for a while, and then I think maybe around 2009, 2010, they started actually kind of working on what would become Naissance in earnest. But anyway, first of all, just look at this room. Really interesting choice here. Like, we just experienced that really detailed cutscene with all these cool shapes and architecture and all this like greeble work everywhere. Greeble is the Industrial Light and Magic term, or maybe it predates that, for when they're working on Star Wars and you see like the Star Destroyers or whatever, and they have all that shit on the surface to make it look all detailed and stuff. This game feels like pretty greebly, like we're in a Star Destroyer. But then we're dropped in this room that's like just super basic. Like, look at this. This is like my first room that I built in Hammer or UDK. It's just like a plain gray room. That's really intense. Like, the stark statement here is, you know, I'm really feeling it. They have these super detailed, complicated looking concrete slabs that have shattered, and then they have this super boring flat cube here. Quite a statement. Okay, let's keep going. I just walked into this void, and now it faded to black. Oh, did it? No. I should just keep going to the darkness. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, there's a sparkly thing. I guess I should follow the sparkly thing? Oh, really nice use of dynamic light here. Oh gosh, how am I gonna... Oh god, there's already so much platforming. Why did I think this was a walking simulator? Oh my god, there's already so much jumping. But I'm already really digging all these cube shapes here. One inspiration that's often cited for this game is a manga called Blame. And Blame is this... Oh shit, I already fell down and fucked it all up. Blame is a comic about all these people in or just one or two people really, lost in this giant concrete mega structure. And then in this giant... Oh, fuck. Okay, this is gonna be a really painful Let's Play. I'm sorry. Why do I keep falling there? Holy shit. Okay, there we go. Blame, no, blame like the word blame, exclamation mark, not like blam. And blame is, wait, how do I jump up there? Oh, I jump up. No, I'm standing here. Am I supposed to jump on this weird greeble stuff? It's interesting how they have to show what is detail and what is like a platform we should be jumping on, right? This is just detail. This isn't real platformy stuff. But anyway, Blame is this comic where there's no dialogue basically, and it's just all these panels of this person walking around in this giant concrete substructure. And it's very much about loneliness and desolation. How am I supposed to jump? Hey, little sparkly dude. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there. Is there a ladder there? I mean, I'm just gonna jump. Oh wait, I go in here. Okay. And I should say this game's also contemporary with a bunch of other indie designers who kind of work in the same space. If you Google Ori House or Devine Lulin Vega, those are two indie designers that come to mind that are really working this desolate, brutalist aesthetic. These are basically just ventilation shafts. I don't know how I feel about this part. They're cool ventilation shafts with all these super interesting... Oh. The lighting and the sound design is really eerie. It makes me think something's gonna kill me or something. Is it bad if I walk in there? Is that gonna kill me? It sounds pretty dangerous. I'm gonna die if I walk in there. But before we go in there, just pay attention to all these shapes. One nice gesture they have is some of the shapes are they have a lot of these repeating patterns that I like. It kind of reminds me of a radiator a little bit. Just all these repeated forms and all these ridges, or maybe they're heat sinks almost. It feels like a very technological, mechanical kind of shape to repeat. What I like about this though is that I can jump into here. Can I crouch jump into there? No. But when the light is also showing me the way to go, which is right here. But if I didn't have the light, I wouldn't have known this little vent, little crawl spaces here. I guess I'll just crawl into here. Am I gonna die now? What is this? Am I dead yet? I feel like I'm being burned. Oh my god. Okay. But it's also super... Oh, depth of field. That's really weird. I don't know if I agree with putting depth of field. Okay, so it gets super blinding and white, and then I can't see anything. Oh, and then I can go in here now? Oh, and now I'm in this giant... Oh my god. Look at this. I guess I'll drop down here. I don't think there's any falling damage, right? I don't think I can die. Might as well just fall down here. Oh man, now it opens up into this huge, really huge space. Good use of volumetric lighting. Oh, press shift. Okay, now that we get our first stretch, it's gonna let us run with shift. Breathe regularly to run longer. Like breathe in real life? Oh, press mouse 1 to breathe when the blinking circle appears. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a breathing mechanic. That's kind of interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of gives you this activity to do as you, like, run. That's an interesting mechanic and system. Because you kind of get into this rhythm when you're running, too. It also symbolizes you having to remember breathing. That's kind of interesting. I used to do cross country, and sometimes I feel like I'd forget how to breathe sometimes when I was running. So thinking of breathing as this conscious interaction you have to do is an interesting choice, to say the least. Oh, the music is kind of interesting too. It's kind of like Blade Runner, not the new Blade Runner, the better Blade Runner. Man, look at all these shapes and how the lighting is bouncing off. UDK light maps were pretty good, or is this all dynamic? I'm not sure. I guess I don't know UDK well enough to know. No, this looks baked, based on just how these light map pixels look. This feels like baked lighting. And then they only have a few dynamic lights up there. Wow, look at this. And just the arrangement, all these shapes. This is something we talk about a lot on this stream, about how to distribute detail and how to do your composition. And in contemporary typical industry wisdom about how to do your composition in detail is that you want a good detail mix of usually like small shapes and then medium shapes and then like larger shapes. And you want to try to distribute these forms pretty evenly. In a visually pleasing way. And this is like an abstraction of that advice, where it's almost like we are, oh, the music's drowning me out a lot. Sorry, I'll mute this a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about how I feel like this is abstracting almost how a game engine sees a game world. Like imagine each of these cubes was actually a bounding box for some kind of static mesh. And here we can see like how a game engine or like an LOD system might think of the world. The world is just a collection of all these different axis-aligned bounding boxes rearranged everywhere. I guess this is the wrong end. Let's run over here, I guess. Ooh, really nice subtle color difference going on too. You might be able to notice here it feels like more, up there it feels kind of more greenish. Over here it feels a little bit more yellow or a bit less color there, more desaturated here. And then in the distance, the fog is giving everything more of a red, kind of more of a sepia sheen. And that's actually a really good lesson in how to do a really rich black and white monochromatic kind of feel. You don't literally want to do black and white in your environment. Black and white actually has like a really rich range of all these different color tones going on. It can actually be very surprisingly deep and complicated. And I feel like that's what's going on here. Really subtle color gradations here, really subtle hue shifts that help deepen the image and make it feel more like a richer composition. Keep going here. Not really a fan of this God Shaft effect in the end. You can see like all the weird frame buffer artifacts, like the blurring isn't very good. I guess this is UDK era blurring. It's like 2012 era post-process technology, so it's not gonna be super sophisticated like modern stuff, but it's just weird how, yeah, it's just so much flickering. Like, do you see all that flickering? And it's like a pixelation effect. Let's keep going. So this shaft felt really good at first, but now it's feeling really repetitive. Like, I feel like they're just repeating these shapes over and over. It also reminds me a little bit of Zen, with all these little like light cubes everywhere. They're like these little light crystals. The typical video game thing we lean upon when we can't really think of how to light a space abstractly. We just put little glowing shapes everywhere. Or maybe they're like bioluminescent plant things or something. I don't know. Let's keep going. Ooh, I like this. This is a really nice transition here. So up here we have all these like blocky cube shapes, and then as we approach, we get more of these slanted diagonal ramp shapes that are still feeling kind of blocky and chunky, and then it leads into this more polished feeling space where it's just these square panels on the walls now. That's pretty nice. And you can see like the transition. It's almost like these triangular like wedges are like these like claws that are like clawing into the wall space. Oh, and then these bumps in the ground. That's kind of interesting. Walking on them is kind of unpleasant because it bumps our camera view up and down and slows us down. It's kind of interesting to bring... You don't actually see this in video games. We don't do... The idea of doing speed bumps in a video game is super interesting. It's almost like the game is telling us to slow down a little bit. Whoa, that's super interesting, actually. Wow. Let's keep going here. Oh, I really like these shapes too. So another thing you can connect to this whole project is if you Google geocomp, Geocomp. Geocomp was maybe in the golden or silver age of Quake 3 mapping, where a lot of pretty much all the high-level Quake mappers got really bored with like demons and skulls and hell and stuff, and they started making more abstract geometric compositions. And this reminds me of a lot of the best of those geocomp competitions, where it just feels like these really formalist architectural exercises, just playing with scale and shape and light. Yeah, I like these light fixtures here. Again, we see these like repeated ridges, repeated shapes. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, whoa. Okay, which door do I go through? Looks like only one door's open. Really nice use of symmetry and then breaking that symmetry, right? So here we have 4 different doors. Maybe it's like a little Monty Hall problem here. And then only the door over here is actually open. And to help signpost that, they also placed an extra point light in front of this light fixture. So you can also see the architecture is symmetrical, so we can reason about the floor plan and structure, but the lighting and the treatment of it in the context is different, where it's more brightly lit over here on the right. If you follow this stream, you know I'm a total sucker for these symmetrical compositions. Ooh, look at this. It's kind of interesting that looks like a lot of ambient occlusion stuff going on here. It looks, I think it's screen space, although I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to tell, but it feels like screen space ambient occlusion to me. Unless the light mapper here is just really interesting. And that kind of speaks to this game. You couldn't have made this game back in 2004, I think. I think it wouldn't have felt the same. You kind of had to wait for graphics technology to be reach this 2010 or later position where you have a lot more post-process going on. You can do a lot more bloom, and you can do a lot more of this screen space ambient occlusion stuff to really push those shadows. Is that real time? No, I don't know what that is. That looks like a light map. Just gonna walk down these stairs. Ooh, I really like this effect. This is pretty nice to have the scale of this stairwell. The vertical height is really tall. That's really nice. And just the dimensions of this feel so good. We don't really see this that often, just because today, whenever you're playing a AAA game, everything is built with modules. Everything is built at the same proportion, same height, same width. It's just such a disappointment. But here, everything feels so hand-built. Every space has felt pretty distinct. But they are maintaining this thing. They're maintaining this pattern where this is kind of like this airlock, where they reuse the same door mesh and reuse the same light fixture up here. So that's kind of the pattern that's tying all these things together. Oh, and so many of these hallways where you're just walking into this dark hallway and you have no idea what's going on. That's super interesting. Oh. And now there's two of these little wisp things. Wow. Video games do love their wisps. Wow, I don't think I've seen a game use dynamic light sources this much, though. When you think about it, video game flashlights in first-person games are pretty lazy in a sense. Is this just leading me in a circle? I think I'm just going around in a circle. All the real designers have little wisps with dynamic lighting. This is kind of cool because this is like a dynamic like shadow. This is like a dynamic like lighting puzzle, but it's not some kind of like video game lighting puzzle where you're trying to make sure, oh, there's a light fixture over here. I didn't notice it. It's also very much based on line of sight. It's like when you walk around, are you looking around this corner? And if you look around this corner, you'll see those light fixtures. But otherwise, there's no other depth cue, right? It just looks like pitch black to you. There's some very subtle fog going on, but maybe you're not picking that up on the stream. Wait, am I going backwards? I can't even tell where I'm going anymore. I think I just went backwards. Shit, okay. Okay, let's try to solve this puzzle. Why is this one making us go around in a circle? Oh, wait. Is that where I came from, though? No, this looks like a new area. I don't recognize that step. Okay, now we're in here. Oh, nice. It's still continuing that like square panel motif we saw earlier in that really big, tall, like canyon shaft thing. Was that a level transition just now? That was weird. Oh man. Man, this game is just like a lighting artist's dream, because it's just sensitizing you so much to how we read. Without texture, you're super dependent on light to read the shape of this 3D environment. And then when you're like right here, you have no idea what's going on until the light actually casts on it. Real nice work here. This also reminds me of some really good modernists, not evil modernism, but like nicer modernists, like Luis Barragan. Mexican architect, probably the least evil of the modernist architects. And this stairwell with these pillars feels very Barragan-y to me. I guess I'm gonna keep following the moving light sources though. Oh, there's nothing here though. Oops. Huh. So that's kind of interesting. So I feel like this game is operating a little bit in a video game ruins kind of trope, where when you're walking around these giant monolithic alien structures in whatever AAA or first-person game you're playing, and it's more of just about like admiring the architecture and seeing all these shapes and stuff. And usually there's a lot of effort that goes into the fiction of the space. So for instance, here I'm going up on these stairs and I actually expected to see some kind of doorway here, but there's no doorway. There's just these weird details up here. Or usually if you're playing a video game, there'd be like some kind of power-up or collectible at the top of these stairs at that dead end. But there's nothing there. It's just there. Maybe it's a ghost patrolling back and forth. When you make your game as abstract as this, you can open it up to a lot of different interpretations. I guess that's just a little side area for us to explore. Maybe we can go over here instead? No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can fit there. Oh, that's an interesting break. We've never seen cubes rotated off-grid like that before. But the shadows it produces are pretty interesting. The way the light falls on it, pretty nice. But is that the only way? I guess maybe that was the only way. Let me see. Let me backtrack a little bit. Yeah, I think that was the only way. Let's see. Where do I go now? I guess I missed something up here. I wasn't looking enough. I recognize this shape, right? This resembles the other door frames we've been seeing throughout the rest of the game, where it has this fixture and has this frame with these beveled edges right here, but it's sealed. There's nothing for me to actually do there. So if that's not the right way, and going up the stairs isn't the right way, then what am I supposed to do? That's definitely sealed off. Am I supposed to look at a certain... Oh, I'm supposed to jump onto those cubes maybe from here. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So this was like a platform I was supposed to jump off. So that's why it was a dead end with no door here. Supposed to... Oh, shit, I totally... Oh, wait, that's just a bridge. I can just walk out on there. Oops. Oh, but I can't even see. Oh, this is it's a platformer, but there's no jumping. It's a platformer just because I can't see what's ahead of me. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think this is the right way. Yeah, now I'm over in this room that we got a peek from over there. So far this game has been teaching me to follow the little light fixtures, and if I fall, that's probably a bad thing, right? I should probably be jumping. Oh man, I don't know, is there a platform there? I can't really see. Oh yeah, there is a platform there. But why did I have to jump over here? There's nothing here. Right? I don't think there's a door here. There's just so many shapes. It's not really clear to me where the walkable or navigation area is. Maybe I'm just supposed to jump down. It's too inviting. Fuck it. I'm just gonna jump down there. And then I'll follow these fixtures. I think if you were sensitive, or like light sensitive, or you have epilepsy or something, you probably should not play this game, because it relies a lot on strobing light and a lot of contrast, it seems. Is this the right way? It's a flickering cube right here. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to go over here, right? Oh, okay, go over here. Oh, and then the light fixtures get bigger. The fall off on the light gets bigger when I walk. Wow, this is so good. Game's still... Like, this is probably the best use of light for a gameplay purpose since Thief, I would say. Really ahead of its time, wow. Look at this, like, we're still not this thoughtful about using light in level design, even in 2018. More games should probably be stealing from this game. Oh, now this feels so much more orderly than the previous rooms, right? Although we've been kind of leading up to it, I guess, so it's not that much of a shock. But this feels more like a Portal or almost like a Portal clone. This is probably the most Portal clone-y this game has felt in a while. Ooh, one cool thing they're doing here, it would be really boring if they're just plain like cubes or whatever. So I really appreciate how they beveled all the cubes here. You know, that's just a touch of classiness on top of your boring cube architecture. And that's a trick that AAA uses a lot. To make the cube architecture feel less boxy and more intentional and feel more higher production value, you bevel that cube. And when you bevel that cube, it catches light on the edges more, so it's a little bit of subtle edge detail that's nice. But it's also, bevels are like their own signifier of production value in games. If you just go on my blog, I have a whole blog post about bevels in games and how I think bevels are actually really important in environment art. Run to jump longer. Uh-oh. Well, at least we're still in tutorial mode. This isn't too bad. Oh, I'm getting really disoriented looking at this. It's like the whole room is moving away from me or something. Okay. Oh, geez. This is so intense. Okay. Oh, I totally failed that jump. And how do I get back up? Oh, to walk back here to these stairs. I think they could have at least put a light fixture here. It's just kind of extra insult to injury when you jump down and you don't make the jump, and now you don't even know how to get back up. You have to wait for the light to come back before you even know how to get back upstairs. Oh god, I missed the jump again. Also, I blame UDK physics. I'm not a fan of UDK's physics movement stuff. I'm much more of a Quake man. Oh fuck! Oh my god, just missed the last one. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is like the most punishing experimental architecture brutalism game I've ever played. Oh my god, okay. Okay, there. Much better. Whew, okay. Now we're walking through here. Now this just feels... We've seen this kind of hallway motif a while. It feels very natural selection-y to me, actually. Where you're just overlapping, you have these wall forms jutting out like this. To feel like these mechanical panels coming out. It also kind of feels Half-Life. Reminds me of Blue Shift a little bit. But this feels like a video game scale level, or this hallway specifically. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the scale of the hallway, the proportions of it, and just the way that they're regularly repeating these pillars. In video games, we love repeating these pillars because we're lazy pieces of shit, but also they help cover up the seams between modules, and they help demarcate like the unit of the hallway and how fast you're moving. So when you have like regular repetition of these columns, that's just feels video gamey to me in a way that you don't really see in a lot of real world environments. Ooh, I really like this. I like the use of these ridges right here, and then you catch some really nice ambient occlusion right here. It's kind of nice. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this stairwell reminds me of the other vertical stairwells we've been walking through. So this game still seems like it has a lot of copy and paste. Again, these same doorway modules we've been experiencing. Oh, there's a really deep down. Is this another jumping puzzle? I don't know. Oh, that's really interesting. So, because there's no textures in this game, we don't really know what any of this is made of. From the footsteps, it sounds like it's some kind of like concrete, wood, polymer, veneer thing. Like, I don't know what material these footsteps make it sound like. But then you see gestures like this, or like when we fell down and the slab shattered at the beginning of the game. That makes it feel more like it's stone. And then when you rotate it like that, just by rotating that platform and making it off kilter like that, to me that communicates that it's, yeah, like some kind of stone slab thing that's fallen out of place. Even though there's no texture or surface detail to speak of, just the way you arrange these shapes already tells you about the materials being used here. Am I supposed to jump down here? Also a big fan of all these crawl spaces. Like, these are some of the most beautiful ventilation, HVAC kind of spaces I've seen in a while. Although, no, I mean, Alien Isolation actually does a really good job with their ventilation and HVAC spaces. But here also, just like the variety of shapes here, like, that's a beautiful orifice. I just, like, want to dive back into that orifice. I know the game won't let me, but that was beautiful to jump out of. There's a really bright light source here, which is telling me to go there, but there's also a bright light source here. But it looks symmetrical, so maybe these two doorways will just feed into each other. Yeah, and sure enough, they just open up into the same room anyway. Oh man. I love this scene right here. Looking up, God. Now they're doing something different with the shapes here. Before, they kept everything more cube-like. But now it feels much more when they're like inlaying that cube inside another cube. It feels like a much more detailed, realistic form and less of an abstract kind of thing. Let's just walk up here. Oh geez, I love the scale of this room. Good interplay of like walking around in these little crawl spaces and then walking these giant shapes. Like, look at that. That looks like this looks like some kind of like boss level teleporter almost, right? Oh, is that steam? I think that's the first particle effect we've seen in this game. That's the first texture we've seen as well. Look at that particle system up there. And it, ooh, and that's a very round shape. We haven't seen a round circular shape like that in this game either. Given that that's like the first round, like that little ventilation hatch up there, this feels like some serious business. This is some serious escalation going on here. Over here, before we go into that platform, we'll do the typical gamer thing where we try to explore side areas off the beaten path. Maybe there's some treasure over here or something, but not that kind of game. 0 treasure, 0 rooms. That's okay. I guess we'll just walk up. It feels very monumental, you know? Gosh, gorgeous. Oh, and I love these pillars. Okay, I'll progress in the game, I promise. But I love these pillars right here. This feels super Quake 2 to me. The idea of having this pillar and then like staggering it like that, like snaking it around like that, but still making it feel really like chunky and solid. That's super nice. Oh, this is another thing that makes it feel extra monumental. We have these extra stairwells here. From a game design, level design perspective, this feels kind of redundant. You don't really need 2 stairwells here. But if you look at real-world monumental architecture, this is how you show your power. This is how you show that you're a rich piece of shit. That you don't even care about preserving your poly count or preserving your object count or how many stairwells you have. You can just have all these redundant stairwells leading all from the same place to the same level, and it doesn't even matter because that's how rich and powerful and expensive this is. Okay, let's walk up here. Game has taught us to touch the little glowy things. Oh, there's texture on this. I don't think this feels like this is a very portal-y kind of texture. Nice use of tile. It tiles a little bit too much though. It's a little bit weird. Oh, and the cube map on it, it's like has a subtle, some kind of movement on there. I don't know what it is. Never mind. Wait, what did this even do? I didn't even know. Oh, so this is we're still in tutorial mode. It's showing us how when the light moves and something's in shadow, then the fancy little specular doors open. Very strategic use of texture here. What if I'm just halfway inside it? I wonder what happens. Oh my god, you can die in this game? I mean, leave it to me to find a way to die. Okay, maybe that wasn't the smartest move. Gosh, but look at this. This is a walking sim where there's all these weird puzzles. That just kind of goes to show you how the walking sim label is just kind of very strange and doesn't really make that much sense. Oh, I just died again. Oops. In the chat, I'm being told that I'm going to die a lot more than that. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Quasi-Otter. I don't want to die again. I'm pretty death averse. Oh, that has a wall in there. Okay, maybe I have to go to this one instead. Okay, there we go. This feels like they're phoning it in a little bit. Like they built that really great set piece and then they needed some kind of random like glue hallway to connect this to another set piece they already built. Or maybe they cut some part. Like this hallway just feels kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so upset with this hallway. I would have just left it plain, you know? Don't do this rote detail like this. I would have just left it a plain cube hallway. It just feels very like middlebrow to me. Okay, now we're in this room. Oh. More of this really good level on level gameplay here. Nice use of height. Oh, I see another one of those sparkly specular things in the distance. One of those force fields. Maybe let's walk over there to it. Ooh, I like this. There's 2 stairwells here, and they're parallel to each other, but they go to different places. That's really nice. We should do that in games more often. And a lot more nice, subtle color. I know I keep saying the word nice. I just think it's really nice, okay? Really good, subtle blue gradation going on here. Lens flare is kind of silly. Very 2010, but you know, you can't blame them. They're a product of their era. I'll go up this stairwell now. Because there's a little glowy thing. It wants me to go here. And it wants me to jump onto there. And then and then I have to run across. Wait, no. I can't run across now. Wait, I have to rearrange the lights, it seems, so that the bridge stays solid, but then the door stays in shadow? Is that what I need to do? Okay, but it looks like this is still too bright for the... Ooh, one thing I am appreciating about this game and the level design, though, is that to switch around these lights, I think a lesser game or a lazier game designer would have just had a button here that we could press E to like switch the light. But so much of this game is about movement, so it's making use of like movement to as like the interaction. Like we're not just walking around to like look at all the scenery, but our movement is our button mechanic as well. So you don't need to add an extra button to this game because movement is already signaling your intention here. Okay, now that's in shadow. So now I can go here. Oh yeah, this is a nice shortcut. On the chat, Inaccuracy, I think that's how you say it, points out how this parallel staircase thing is actually a nice shortcut, so we don't have to go all the way down the stairs and back up. I was just doing that subconsciously. I wasn't even really thinking about it. And sure enough, now the puzzle's solved. Nice. Good job, me. Okay, let's keep going over here. Ooh, I think that's our objective. We have to go up that really tall shaft. Good stripes. Nice hiss. I think I will fall through right now, so I should not go in there. I should climb up this ladder. Okay, I don't think this game needed ladders. I think if they figured out a way to operate without buttons, you should have figured out a way not to use ladders. Because the ladders just feel really different to me. Like everything else feels so like native and fluid and like integrated, and then the ladder is just this... Ladders have just always been weird hacks in first-person games. They've never really felt that good, right? They've always been... Like in Half-Life, it's a weird hack where you enter a trigger volume and you end up swimming upwards, and that's basically what a ladder is. But I think there's a way you could have done this. Oh. Should I keep that turned off? I don't know. Let's see. Should I keep this solid? No, I should not keep it solid. Should I jump over here? What's over here? Is this like a side area I should be exploring? Or maybe this will be a shortcut later on? God help me if I fall down there. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to repeat like everything all over again. I guess I should jump across to this platform, I think. Keeping this solid is definitely not doing me any good. So I'm gonna keep that switch off. Oh wait, but I need to keep this light over here so that wall is... Okay, never mind. Okay, let's jump over here. Oh, psh! Didn't see that jump. Okay. Made it through that jumping puzzle. Now what's over here? Oh, I need a light to shine on this. Right? Wait, this isn't even gonna help me though. There's nowhere else for me to go. I can't go upwards. Can't go dark like this. If you like staring at pitch dark shadows, this is definitely the game for you. I think I did this wrong. Okay, let's backtrack. Think about this carefully. Maybe I need to try toggling that one. Right? Okay, so I need to... Need to do this and activate this. And that... I fell down, so I didn't even see where it went, though. So that's kind of sloppy. I think I blame the designer for that. Oh, moved the light over there. Okay. So now... What if I keep toggling it, though? Where does it go if I touch this? Oh, it goes back like that? Okay. So maybe I should toggle this one so it stays solid. And then I can toggle this one to go over there. That little sparky boy goes there. Then with that sparky boy over there... Oh, I can go this way instead. But this doesn't help me either. There's no way for me to... So I should jump over here, maybe? Do you think this has to do with it? No, that's back to where I started. Okay. Oh, that looks like some kind of light fixture I should trigger. And there's a platform below it, it seems. So I should jump onto there, I think. And then boop it Mario style. Oh, now it's all solid. Look at that. And then it's like a timed puzzle. I have to rush up that ladder before the light goes away. Why isn't the light triggering again? Okay, got to this place. Now what? I don't get... Oh, now that's triggering. Oh, okay. Wait, but how do I get back now? Oh, wow. Do I have to climb this again? Oh, and then this is a shortcut back. Oh. Really nice level design. That's very smart. And then I have to send this boy back. And then, I don't know why they need that gap there. That's kind of strange to me. I don't get it. Okay, so I have to just run across? And then go up here? And then, oh shit! I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! Okay, there. Oh man. Composition here is really good. You have nice spaces where it's a flat surface with it's a lot of white space for us to rest our eyes, and also like negative space, and they also have really complicated silhouettes with all this stuff going on too. So good mix of all these things. I think I have to run across when it's solid again. Okay. Go up this ladder? Oh, and then go up. Wait, what? Oh, it caged me in. Oh, that's no fun. This feels also very Halo. This bridge feels very like Covenant Halo to me. They liked a lot of these overlapping bridges. These like with like these V-shaped structs to support the catwalk. I think our little light boy went over here. Okay. And now we're over here. Oof. Okay, I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more rooms in me, and then we might have to call it. Oh, I'm at the top of the giant. If I fall down, God help me. I will fucking cry. Can I save? Oh, I can't. This needs quick saves. Oh my god, if I fall down, I have to repeat all that shit? Okay, I think I have to jump over there. Nice loop and callback. Okay, let's jump over there. And then I think I have to jump across over here. Oh shit. Okay, can I load my last save? Oh my god. Oh my god. I totally just fucked all that up. I should have just kept going. Oh my god. Okay, let me just redo this whole part then. That was pretty bad. This game is really vague when... I don't know when it saves, either. I didn't even know that's when it saved. Ugh, okay. Well... Let's just redo every damn thing in this game then. Could have at least had the decency to kill me and return me to where I was. But that was pretty painful. This is a pretty brutal game. If that happens again, I think I might have to like look up cheats for this game. Because having to redo this over and over is not a really interesting prospect to me. Is it moving? Okay. Oops. Boy back. Run back up here. In the chat, Quasi Otter's saying the checkpoints in this game used to be worse, but they patched it due to all the players complaining. Players like me. Thank you. Well, that wasn't so bad once I knew what to do, but that was still pretty painful. I don't know. I don't even know how I'm supposed to jump over there either. Right? I'm supposed to jump across to that other section. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna fuck this up again, though. Oh, God. Wait, is this even the right way, though? How do I jump up there? Is this even the right way? There was nowhere else for me to jump, though. I can't jump up there. I guess I'm supposed to jump down to there? But that doesn't make sense because I just spent all that time going back up in that other room. So I don't know why they would like cancel out that upward trajectory and have me go downwards in this room. But I don't see anything else for me to do. I don't see any other platform. Like, I think I really do have to jump down to there. But I think that's just going backwards, right? How can that possibly help me? I think I'm fucking it up. I think this isn't the right way. I have to set off the Sparky Boy? What Sparky Boy? I didn't see any Sparky Boys here. The Sparky Boy flew off over there. So I don't know where else I'm supposed to go, really. This is just repeating what I already did. Could I have platformed over there? Maybe I could have. Okay, one more time. Oh wait, people are saying that's good? I should jump down? Because now that there's light here, I can do something? I don't see what I was supposed to do, though. Oh, people are saying I have to go the other way now. Oh. Okay, if I did not have a channel of people telling me what to do, I would have thought that because these are symmetrical, they kind of lead into the same place, and because they lead in the same place, but... No, I guess it makes sense. That now I have to go to the other wing of this and set off the other one. I guess that's why AAA games have become so dumb, because people like me not able to figure out where they're supposed to go. Okay. Now here's another room. And maybe I'll try to figure out this Sparky boy, and then we'll go back to that main room, and I'll probably have to end at that point. So let's figure out this puzzle. Oh, this one's making sounds. Oh, fuck. I just fell down. Oh, come on. Okay. I guess that one was a puzzle room, and this one is more of like a platformy room. And now to humiliate me, I have to wait for the light to come back. Awesome. Oh, no. Oh my god, painful. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I made it. Oh my god. Oh, phew. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Oof. That was pretty exhilarating, though. As much as I hate platforming, I guess it did have a place. Guess it worked. Oh, and I've opened that giant door. Ooh. Oh no, it's sucking me in. Oh my god. Oof. Didn't expect that to happen. Is it safe for me to quit yet? Has the game saved? I don't know. This is why QA insert for like Sony and Nintendo require all the games to put those little autosave icons in the corner. Because of shit like this. Okay, I think it's saved. Okay. I think I'm gonna maybe stop here now. And maybe next week we'll try to tackle this section. I don't know what this is though. Looks like this is very much about wind. I think this is the dreaded platforming section I'm told that I'm going to hate. But we'll try to tackle this next week, I guess. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for bearing with me and rooting for me in the chat. I'm suffering for your benefit playing through this game, talking about the level design, so you can just sit back and relax. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and see you next week where I try to do more of this first-person walking sim, artsy, experimental platforming. Peace out. Bye. Good night.